channel. So today's video, I just did a really quick install on this hair. It's from Yolissa hair and it is a 26-inch unit, and I actually got a 200 density instead of 180, which is what I normally get with my wigs. And you know, like, it has actually made a difference. Like, I feel like the longer you go, the higher up you should go in density, because it still looks naturally thick, but it's not like too thin at the ends either. Yeah, this literally took me like, what, half an hour to install. Obviously I had to do all the prep and, you know, all that boring stuff, but I pretty much did that all in bed, like as I was lying in bed with some Netflix. I just started plucking the lace, and I did all of that, made sure all of that was done, and styled the hair like on my mannequin head as well. And then yeah, this literally, like, I feel like this is the fastest I've ever like did an install before. I don't know why, like, whenever I don't actually have anywhere to go, that's when I'd be taking the fastest to get ready, and I'd be looking, you know, the best. Does anyone else relate? But this is pretty much what I got. I'm really happy with how the hair turned out. It's really silky, like really silky. I am gonna trim the ends a little bit, just because I feel like, I don't know, I want it to be a little bit more, not sharp, but like just a bit more flowy. And I feel like it will make the hair just look a little bit neater as well. So I will just trim the ends. But yeah, apart from that, I am really happy with the hair. Obviously guys, I just want to quickly put out a disclaimer, because I have been reading your comments, and you know, people have been saying, you know, how are you receiving, you know, so much hair, you know, how can you know if hair's actually good? Like, a lot of you have been receiving, you know, bad units as well from the places that I've been reviewing. And like, I just want to say I'm really sorry that that's been happening to you guys. I know what it's like to be in that position anyway. Like, I used to watch like YouTubers all the time and, you know, think, oh, let me get this hair, like, you know, trust this person enough to buy hair from the place that they reviewed, and then when, you know, your hair comes and it's not good, it's kind of like, what the hell, like, was she lying? Or so I do know that sometimes, you know, companies may send out better units to influencers and YouTubers so they can review the product at the best of its ability. I just want you guys to bear that in mind as well. And I, you know, I wouldn't purposely ever, you know, review something and say it's good when it's not. Like, I would never ever do that. I genuinely wear all my wigs consistently as well. I mean, you might not see me post it on Instagram or, you know, on YouTube, but I do consistently wear the wigs I do get. And so far I haven't had many problems with either of them, to be honest. You know, obviously, like, you get the occasional shedding and stuff, but you know, I just want you guys to know that I'm always completely transparent and open with you guys. I don't want you to think that, you know, I'm not genuine, or, you know, I lie in my videos about the hair that I get sent. And if I did not like the hair that I got sent, I would, you know, either not do the review or just, you know, tell you guys. And that has happened in the past before. I refused to do a tutorial because the hair just wasn't, you know, good enough. So I do just want you guys to know that I'm just, yeah, like I said, transparent, and I don't ever want to come across as dishonest. Sorry, I just wanted to get that disclaimer out of the way, because, you know, I know how it feels anyway. I don't want you guys to lose your trust in, you know, what I'm saying and what I do. That's why I tend to focus most of my tutorials on the actual install part rather than the actual hair. My tutorials tend to be more about the techniques that you can use to improve how your install looks, rather than, you know, hair. I mean, it is still focused on the hair sometimes, but you know, if you've watched my videos before, you can tell, like, oh, I focus on, you know, how to glue the lace, how to do your baby hairs, pluck the lace. So, and I do this because I am aware of, you know, the fact that some brands may not be sending the same quality hair to me as they are to you guys. So I just want you guys to bear that in mind. And yeah, anyway, sorry about that ramble, that tangent, but I just feel like it had to be said. But yeah, I will get into the tutorial now. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you literally in 1 second. So I'm back again. So the hair, like I said before, is from Yolissa hair, and I think I got a 26-inch, yeah, 26-inch 200 density. And I just did my regular protocol, you know, bleaching the knots. I always use my Jerome Russell bleach with the 30 or 40 developer. I think I used the 40 this time, and the knots actually did come out a bit over processed, as you'll see like later on. Like, they came out a little bit too light. And I also think that's because I flipped the cap inside out, like on the mannequin head. I think in the future I will just do it off the mannequin head because it was pressing too much product onto the actual hair. But yeah, I just left that in for about 45 minutes and plucked my wig off camera, and this is sort of how it was looking. Yeah, I do have a separate plucking tutorial, as I always say. I'll link that in the bio, and yeah, let's get into the install. So here is the wig. As you can see, she's long as hell, and really silky. There are the over processed knots, by the way. You can tell it's like a little bit too blonde, but I feel like we made it work at the end. I don't know. So I took my Glamour Hair London lace tint. I normally use powder, but I started using this and it actually works really well. So I sprayed about 2 layers of that on the inside of the lace and dried it and just popped the wig on. Now I'm just sectioning off my hair and cutting off the lace. I always just go in small sections and make sure that I cut in a zigzag line. I feel like I always say this, guys, like, I don't know. I need to come up with some new tips because, yeah. Anyway, yeah, just do your usual cutting of the lace. Make sure it's blending in with your natural skin tone and that the hairline isn't dead blunt and straight. After I cut the lace, I take my ORS Fix It gel and Fix It spray, and I just applied 2 layers actually of each. Normally I only apply 1, but I really just wanted to have this hold and stay on my head for a little while longer, because I normally do take my wigs off at night, but you know, I wanted to leave it on this time. So I then sectioned where I wanted my baby hairs. I didn't get it on camera, but I plucked behind where I sectioned as well to make things blend a little bit better. Then I took a little bit of gel and a little bit of my mousse as well and just started sweeping the baby hairs. I always just apply a little bit like on the actual hairline as well, because it just helps define the hairline. Yeah, I don't know. So I just did 2 little swoops by my eyebrows, and because I was wearing it in the middle part, I didn't really bother with, like, you know, the sides and stuff, but if I was doing a side part I would have. Then I just blow dried everything in place. I didn't actually use my hair curlers this time, but this worked perfectly fine as well. It gave the same effect. And then yeah, this is basically how it turned out. As I said, this was ridiculously quick. Like, I think this literally took me half an hour, 25 minutes. But yeah, girlies and boys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next. Bye bye.